Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and today is Friday, and usually we have a comic rant video, but today's a little special, because today, well, not exactly on today, but we're about halfway through the year right now. We have 6 more months, and 2021 will be over. But I'm not done. I'm always picking up awesome comics, and I really like my collection. I think it's coming a long way, and I really only started kind of the beginning of this year. So I'm very happy with how it's come along. However, I think it's good to set goals. So today I've picked out 5 comics that I would like to have before the end of the year. Now obviously, if I can speak, all these comics are a little bit bigger. The first 3 aren't so bad. The number 4 is a pretty big one, and number 5 is a really big one. So we'll see if we get there. As usual, I'm doing a giveaway for some awesome comics, though, at the 500 subscriber mark. I will have a description at the end of the video about that if you'd like to know more. But let's go ahead and hop into these books. So, first off, we have Young Avengers number 1. And obviously, this book is just popping off right now. If you wanted to buy one, it's going to be about $250 for a raw book in decent condition. So, this book is huge because Young Avengers are on the horizon. We have already seen who's supposed to be Patriot popping up. We know Kate Bishop is popping up in the Hawkeye series. Presumably more will start appearing sooner than later. There's even potentials, maybe some stuff going on in Loki. I don't know if everybody's caught up on that, so I'm not going to talk about that. And it's not really too confirmed anyway, but maybe some Loki stuff might carry into Young Avengers. Possibly, who knows? But this book, to me, the number one reason why I personally want it is because I'm collecting Kate Bishop keys. And I have a good amount of them, and there's not too many more that I need, and this is her first appearance. So I do want it very badly. Honestly, it's not the craziest Kate Bishop, or not, it's not the coolest Kate Bishop book to me, because there's a lot of really cool Kate Bishop covers, but this is her first appearance, and it's a bigger book, so it came in at the number 5 spot on this list. And if I didn't say already, it is going to be ascending from, so this is my least wanted book, even though I very much want this book, but on the list, and then we're going to, as we scale up, it's going to get more and more. Might not necessarily get more expensive, actually the next 2 books are cheaper than this one, but it's books that I personally want more for myself. So moving on to the second book, we have Invincible Iron Man number 1, and you might say, Marco, you already own 4 copies of this book, but I'm specifically looking for the second print with the blue label title. This was a very limited printed book. You don't see it very often. And I am watching some on eBay right now. If you have one for sale, please let me know if you want to sell it at a decent price, because I am very much looking for this book. I absolutely love this cover, and the fact that the second print is just so hard to find. It's something I'd really like to get. If I didn't mention already, I don't think you can maybe find this book for about $150 is what, $150, maybe $200, something like that is what it'll sell for. But it's honestly just finding the book and finding one in decent shape, because at the time nobody thought anything of this. Is just wasn't until fairly recently that even the first print was worth anything, really. And it's still, in my opinion, a very slept on book. But anyway, this is one that I personally want. I'm going to be getting the Marvel Legends Ironheart figure when that comes out, and I have the first appearance of Riri Williams and different things, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to set them up on my shelves. I'm running out of shelf space, but I know 100% that at least that this book, whether it's the first or second print, this cover will definitely be displayed with my figure. If the first print makes it up there, cool. If not, if I just have room for this one book, it is going to be this book, because I absolutely love the cover. Moving on to Bloodstone number 1. Again, this is about a $150 book. And it's just, not a huge print run. It is hard to find. And I personally, although she's not, also Bloodstone isn't, everywhere. You don't see her that often. Recently, I think I've only really seen her in the Black Knight Curse of the Ebony Blade miniseries. I think she's the only thing that she's popped up in that I've read fairly recently. I might be missing something, but I think that's it. You don't see her very often, but I do like the character. She's got a lot of sass. I do like her with red hair, and which is her main, how you'll see her. Originally on this cover, she is blonde, but I like the red hair. I feel like it adds to her spunk, and she's just running around fighting things with guns and in a world where she probably should be outclassed, but she doesn't care because she's going to get the job done. And in Black Knight, she's doing great. I really like her character. In that, I feel like it adds a lot to the story. But regardless, this is a book I very, very much want. I would, like to get, because every time I see this book, most of the time it's beat up. But I'd like to get maybe a 9.4, a 9.6. I'd probably settle for a 9.2 if I had to. But a decent little grade there. I mean, a 9.8 would be amazing, but beggars can't be choosers. I'll take what I can get. But, the 9.2 to 9.6 range would be super, super sweet if I could get one of these books. I know there's like some slight rumors she might eventually pop up, and because we're getting Blade, and they're like, oh, it could be a good character to maybe introduce, in the same kind of world and whatever, but I don't know if that's I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. She might pop up, I don't know. I just want the book for my personal collection. Moving on, this is one I've wanted for a long time, but it is a pricey book. Like I said, we're jumping up in the price scale here, so the last two books are going to be questionable if I can get them done before the end of the year, because they are big books. The first one here, fourth book on my list, I don't know what I'm saying, is NYX #3, the first appearance of X-23. And this one, a raw good copy might cost you $600, maybe, something around that area. So it is big, it's not crazy, it's, because, I could put insane things on this list. I could put first appearance of Iron Man or Thor or something. Yes, I would love those books. Am I getting those books before the end of the year? Probably most definitely not, unless I win the lottery or something. But outside of that world, I don't see it happening. This book is reasonable. It would take quite a bit for me to, be able to make this purchase and feel sound about it and be able to make other purchases. I'm not the kind of guy, I can't just make a purchase, save up and save up and save up and make a purchase and then be like, okay, that's good. I gotta keep buying things. I gotta keep feeding the addiction. So I would have to make some plays, maybe sell off another big book of mine or something like that, or do a trade or something to make this happen. But it is a book I would very, very much like. And again, kind of the same thing. I want it in a high grade. Unless I get a really good raw copy at a good price, I think 9.8 is out of the question. I'm probably not going to be able to buy a graded one, but a graded 9.6 or 9.4, maybe I could make that happen before the end of the year. We'll see. I really love X-23. I think she's a super awesome character. I wasn't too crazy about her in the movie Logan. I know that's a bit controversial. People really like that movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But regardless of that, I don't know. I just want my first X-23. It's a beautiful cover as well. It's very much not like a standard comic cover. It's very unique, and it's an amazing piece, and I would love to get it. I'm really, really hoping I can pull this one off before the end of the year. It would be amazing. So we're going to go into the last one now, and this one is a stretch. And I really didn't want to put a book this big on the list, but there's been two now that have shown up at the shop that I work at, Pops Comics. So we have one currently in the shop right now, and the book I'm talking about is Giant Size X-Men #1. This book is so huge, so many first appearances, just an amazing comic. It's, it introduced so many great people, and this is a great key to have. Any key that has multiple first appearances is an awesome book. But when you have, Colossus and Storm and Nightcrawler, and I think it's third appearance of Wolverine or something like that, I can't remember. There's too many things to remember about this book, but it's just a killer key comic. And so this book, to get one, obviously condition is a huge thing. I'm just going to say this book will cost you roughly $3,000. It's a big, big book. It is more than the other 4 books combined 2 or 3 times over, I think. I did very quick, not really math, but I looked at some numbers and I was like, sure, that's probably about right. But, about 3 times over the 4 combined, which is pretty crazy. I don't have anything near that in value right now. I could probably sell my whole collection and get that book. But it would be super awesome if I could somehow make that work. I am constantly grinding. I do love to make money because I have so many cool things that I like to get. I sell my art prints that I make, and conventions are rolling back around, so hopefully I'll be able to sell more at conventions as I start to get, at those and stuff. I got one coming up this month, the 17th in Frankfurt. If you'll be there, Frankfurt Con, you can come say hi. I'll be there selling prints and buying comics, presumably, if there's comics to buy. But also I do voiceover work on the side. I do that online. I just did 3 jobs earlier today, and just got a notification I got another job to do after I make this video. So, and then obviously I work at the comic shop, so that, it pays the bills. It's not the biggest source of income, but it is something very fun that I do enjoy doing. So, I mean, it brings happiness to me, honestly. So that's worth something. But, I'll make money any way I can. I've always been that way. I've always been a hustler. I'm thinking about maybe unloading some comics. I might start doing some mystery boxes if people are interested in that. I think mystery boxes are fun, and especially if they're curated right and you have good stuff, exciting stuff to pull out of the box. So I don't know. I'm thinking about that, I don't know. If it's something you're interested in, let me know. I would definitely be picking out cool stuff that people would like and stuff that is worth money, It sucks to see, because like when I've only done 1 mystery box so far, and I pulled a bunch of like store exclusive variants that just nothing, $25, $40 books or whatever, but it's not really. You're not going to be able to move those ever. Maybe $10 for the set or something, But anyway, rambling on. Those are the 5 books that I would love to pick up before the end of the year. Do you have any personal goals? Maybe you didn't, but maybe this video will inspire you to think about, a handful of books that you would really, really like to pick up before the year is over. 6 months, in some ways, is a lot of time. In some ways, is no time at all. So we'll see. Like I said, we'll make a recap at the end of the year and see if I picked up any of these books. Hopefully, at least a couple, maybe all of them. Doubtful on the last one, but we'll see. I think maybe we can do these kind of videos maybe once or like twice a year, the beginning of the year, then the midpoint of the year, something like that. We'll see. I don't know. Obviously, if I pick up all the books fairly quickly, then maybe I'll start doing them more often or less often or something. We'll see how it goes. The first ones, I don't know. Let me know what you want to pick up in the comments below. And before I let you go, let me tell you about my giveaway. I'm giving away 3 awesome comic bundles at 500 subscribers. That's right, 3 lucky subscribers will each win one of these 3 comic bundles. All you have to do to enter is simply be subscribed and leave a comment on this video. If you would like additional chances to win, you can watch other videos on my channel and leave comments on those as well. Each comment on a new video is another chance to win. Good luck. Again, thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. I seriously want to know what comics you would like to pick up before the year is over. Big thanks to 76ing It for suggesting me to put up Wolverine comics. I dug through some boxes, found a few. I don't have some great Wolverine keys. I know that one's technically, it's a cool Wolverine cover. It's first appearance of Quake. That one's a reprint, These are technically Wolverine keys. I didn't have a lot. I hope it's cool enough for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have something else you would like me to put up, some different, a theme of books, just let me know. Throw something in the comments and I'll see what I can dig up. That's going to be it for today, though. I will see you tomorrow with some awesome comics for sale from Pops Comics. Ha ha ha!